Arcola, come on, start working your way up here, Dr. Williams. She's an educator, community advocate, and Air Force veteran. She was elected to the mayoral position on May 4th, 2024. Her strong connection to the community brings a leadership perspective informed by deep understanding of local needs. Right. Mayor Williams.
Celebrated Veterans Day. Do you have any veterans in the house today? All right. Well, thank you for your service. Okay. So, it's good to be back here. And let me just say that I'm happy to say that the city of Arcola has experienced a lot of growth since the last year. And let me just say that I have experienced a lot of growth since last year, and a lot of patience. And also, you know, I'm finally starting to appreciate that admonishment that my mom used to always tell me that, Vita, learn to keep your little mouth shut sometimes. So I'm learning. Progress, not perfection. So the past year, I say on many days, when we were talking about Veterans Day, you know, I started thinking about this. I said, it reminded me a lot of my time in basic training. I recall there were times when those 6 weeks of basic training, when at the end of the day I'd ask myself, Peter, why in the world did you come in here? Was your life so bad that you had to take the drastic step to come into the military? And it didn't help that my assigned buddy, you know, the person that they assign you with, they pair you up with, to, you know, support you through the whole process. She spent most of her nights in the bunk next to me expressing her dissatisfaction with her decision by trying herself to sleep every night. So even through our own doubts, we had to find ways to encourage ourselves and to encourage each other. And while my buddy may not have been able to provide any real support to anyone else but herself, there was always someone else that was on the team who stepped up to fill in the gap for anyone who needed the encouragement. And likewise, there have been days in this past year when I've asked myself, Vita, why in the world did you run for mayor? Was your life so bad that you decided to go into politics? Politics of all things. Have the only thing that I disliked more than politics, or rather the state of politics, was the idea of me being in politics. But just as in basic training, I found a team of people who have fully supported me throughout this whole process. And just as in those days of old, leading up to graduation and from basic training, as we look back on the friendships made, the fun we had, reminiscing about the TIs when they yelled at us, how they embarrassed us, how we talked recruits into talking them out of quitting, you know, after making it through the tough days. All of those experiences, including the not so good ones, became the absolute best of the memories that we shared during that time. We had great friends, and we had a great time making fun of each other on the worst days that we experienced in those times. So too, over the past year, there have been some difficult days, but just like in basic training, I have some really good people in the trenches with me that have made it so very worth the work that we do in behalf and in service to the people of Arcola. So I'd like to say thank you, really, to all of those who are here with me today, who have walked through the difficulties and served our city with honor and dignity. To all of the staff and officials from the city of Arcola, to our city council members, thank you for remaining focused on moving this city forward. I appreciate your commitment to the vision that we have forged together, which is always focused on the business of the people. I want to encourage you, as I was encouraged by a resident. We are doing a great work, and we can't come down until it is finished. So thank you to all of you for your assistance in making the successes that we've experienced over the past year possible, and inspiring even greater resolve to continue what we've started. So So I'd like all the officials from the city of Arcola, if you would stand for me and be recognized, please. Want to To the city of Arcola contractors, my engineer, Lawrence Turner, and the family codes Inc. You know, we couldn't do this without you. Lawrence, you know, you and I, we go back and forth. Lawrence has really helped to grow me up in this process. That's where that patience has come in. You know me, I'm always like, hey, we want to get it done. But Lawrence, thank you so much because we couldn't do it without you, and I appreciate you. None of the success of our city is possible without any of you. So thank all of you for all that you do to make this possible, to make today possible. So thank you. So what we did, we have 2 short videos today. I had 2 young men to get them the same material, and they came up with their own version of what we do here in the city of Arcola.
Where the main ditch is, where it all goes out of the subdivision, it will come uphill, and this will be coming uphill. As we come uphill,
My whole purpose in being in this position, really, I just want to enhance the quality of living for everybody, for all residents in this city.
Everything that's occurred within the last year, a little bit over a year, has been positive. We can actually see work happening every day, and it's all about service to the residents and making sure that they're taken care of, that they can see their money at work.
She was able to focus on the community, and she has focused on the community this entire time. If there is a concern that needs to be heard, she is on that phone listening to them.
As far as the drainage is concerned, that's been an ongoing problem in this city for a long time. And so thankfully, we had a council that was on board with taking care of the drainage. And I think for the most part, council members have always been probably on board for taking care of the drainage, because that's something that the residents have been talking about for a very long time. So yeah, the city is growing, and then we're going to have another development coming on in the next couple of years. It'll be complete, and that's another 500 homes. But there are also, like I said, in the older parts of the city, that infrastructure that's been there for a long time, that's old. So we are having to make sure that we repair those things, rehab those things, and so we've been able to do quite a bit.
You've already seen the parking lot with the city of Arcola. It was very difficult and challenging to drive in here. And now we have a beautiful parking lot that didn't cost the city anything. All because this administration has built relationships with not just other mayors, but with county officials and state officials. And when you build relationships, you find much success.
We welcome business to the city of Arcola. However, if what you are doing is going to negatively impact those who are already here, as long as you come and want to work with the city to work those things out and to move your process forward, hey, we're ready to work with you as well.
I'm the first appointed black female chief for the Fort Bend County. It's a great accomplishment. Big shoes to fill, I guess you could say. A lot of eyes are watching. So Mayor Williams is very positive. She has a great vision for the city. Being on board with her vision, it brings refreshing ideas to the city.
You know, having this wellness park is like, this is the first park of its kind here in the city of
have
Arcola.
worked with Mayor Williams on the concept of the wellness park. That is really big, and that's going to bring something to the city, you know, so the residents here will have something that they'll be able to do.
I couldn't do what I do without the staff that's here. So I thought that it was important to keep people here who had been here, who held the institutional knowledge, who understood the institutional processes that were keeping the city already up and running.
My name is Ingrid Flournoy, and I am the city secretary. I have been here almost a year and a half now, and it has been a great learning experience. As with keeping up with the records of such, even though Arcola is small, but it's such a huge task.
We've implemented changes with our officers, their schedules, making sure the city is covered at all times, 24 hours. We've been able to give our officers a raise, and not only that, we've been able to bring in additional officers up under the new administration.
I've been here for a while and working with Chief Cars, you know, learned a lot. You know, I've been doing this law enforcement thing for quite a while, and most of my assignments had me out in the streets and either in patrol, investigations, or whatever it was. Guys, you know, if you have things on your mind, you can come and talk to me about it. You know, what we talk about stays between us.
I've chosen the right profession, and it allows me to really show that Arcola is on the move.
Our logo on our cars says, "Committed to serve, proud to protect." We are committed to serve this community. Being a police officer, service is one of the biggest things that we do.
One of the first things she did when she came into office is to look at her employees, because you're only as good as the employees you have. And she made some incredible changes.
City administrator, of course, Dr. Guajardo. She has been my right hand in this process. We have an administrator in there that they know what they have to do in courts, and they get it done.
Everybody here has been really super friendly. It is a big transition coming from a medium-sized court to a smaller court, but everything seems to be going really well.
We got our financial administrator. Eunice is just like, she's doing amazing work. Everybody plays their roles.
Once she had her staff in place and they had the tools they needed to do their job, then she was able to focus on the community.
working because they work because people are doing the jobs that they have to do. All of our positions here at the City of Arcola, we are in service to the residents. It's about bringing that, now that the city is more diverse, it's about bringing that into the city for everybody so that we can come together. Kids can say, man, I remember when we used to do this down in Arcola. We want to make Arcola a destination city, not just the detour to the next city.
Now, as to the state of the city of Arcola, the overall focus of my agenda is basically to improve the quality of living for all the residents, particularly in light of the fact that the city is growing and it's becoming more diverse. That diversity runs the gamut, right? From whether they have people with all new homes, all new infrastructure, well-kept streets and manicured neighborhoods, to those that are well-established and foundational to our city's history, some of which haven't had major investment in some time, right? So we have ethnic and racial diversity that has never existed in the city before at the level that it is. We have diversity in income, education, and all the factors that along with people and population vary, right? So thus the task is to address the varied needs of residents, or as many as possible, should I say, while minimizing the sacrifices, especially of those who have already been underserved for so long. So in our efforts to enhance the quality of living for all, we focused on 5 major areas, right? We focused on community engagement. Of course, one of the first things that we had to do was try to bring the community back together, right? To get the city the residents to understand that we are there for you. We were focused on the residents. We made significant investments in meeting basic needs of the residents. As you see, there were some areas like drainage. We talked about drainage being a big issue in the city of Arcola. Well, of course, drainage is a big issue throughout Fort Bend County, right? But we've experienced quite a bit of flooding during Hurricane Harvey as well as Hurricane Beryl. And so that has been something that the residents in Arcola have been talking about for a very long time. So we had to make sure that we looked at the infrastructure in Arcola, from the drainage to water, sewer, and we made some major changes in all of those areas. We planned numerous community events and town halls aimed at meeting the needs of residents, and also to try to gain their participation in the process, right? This is about them. So we want to make sure that they have some say in the things that go on in the city, and make sure that they understand that they are our top priority. We had 3 town hall meetings. We had the Jingle and Jingle Christmas town hall, where we came in and we had fun and had dinner and stuff with the residents, and gave them an opportunity to see what's been going on in the city, kind of updating them, but then also let them tell us the things that they need as well. It's kind of like their Christmas list, right? And we listened to them. We had another Pinedale Manor town hall, and we had that specifically. We had this town hall out on the streets over in Pinedale Manor, because that's the area that was hardest hit by flooding and significant drainage issues over there. So we wanted to bring it to the streets and to the residents' homes themselves, right? And so we talked about what needed to be done. They were able to tell us, everything that had been happening with them for years over there. And so Clarence in hand, we went out there and we talked about what needed to be done for drainage, and it wasn't long after that we got it done, right? And Clarence, I want to thank you for that, because that's a big thing. And we've got residents still today calling us and say, hey, we need something down here on this end. Drainage might not even be a problem in the area, but because they saw it over in one area, they want it over here. But I told them, I said, listen, I don't want to mess with nothing that's not broken, right? So we get to get digging over there, and then we get a problem, and then we will never get any of it, right? So we were able to really take care of that, and I couldn't have done that without the parents. So thank you. Then there was the dinner and dialogue. for the first time, the city of Arcola was able to go out for certificates of obligation, to go to the market and to get these certificates so that we can meet the needs, urgent needs of the people in the city. And so for the first time, we went out and we obtained a AA rating, and we were very happy with that. Right now, we're in the process of working with the engineer to really outline all the things that need to be done, and we're working on those. All of them are in the pipeline right about now. We've got a few more, but I've given Mayor some rest for a minute, because I know he gets sometimes I imagine, I said, when I call Mayor, I imagine, I said, right about now, I bet when he sees that my name come up, he's saying, man, I can just see the look that comes on his face. He says it's always a smile, but at any rate, we're working on some more things right now. We had the dinner and dialogue town hall and it's great because some of the things that they were interested in, and so we're working on those. We've had a lot of events since last year this time. We had our Veterans Day celebration with the residents. We had Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner, largely due to Arcola PD, who works. They take community policing to a whole nother level down there in Arcola. And so the residents are always having something through the PD that they know they can get something done. They can come over a place to have events that they can participate in. And so thank you PD once again for all that y'all do. We had our first art gallery dedication. And this particular gallery, it showcases the history of Arcola. It's a local artist, my brother, that he has been doing this work for so long that we just had to highlight it. And everybody comes in there and they see his artwork, and they always asking, hey, can we get some of this work? And he no longer does the work because over time you don't see things as clearly. But it's just nice to see. You can look at those pictures, and people look at those pictures and say, man, I can visualize being in this scene in Arcola. And so I'm very happy to have been able to do that. We had our 4th of July celebration. We had our National Night Out, and our biggest one that we always have every year. And if y'all are available tomorrow, we're having our cultural festival tomorrow at the city of Arcola, and it is from 2 to 6. I didn't mean to put a plug in there, but just to let you know, every year that's our annual theme now for this administration. We do a cultural festival. And so we'll have Polynesian dancers out there. Y'all come on and get your limbo on if y'all think y'all can still do it. And we're going to have live music. We have all kind of great food out there, and line dancing, and just a lot of fun. And of course, our summer program. We celebrated our 5th year this summer, and having our summer program. And that's one thing that I came into the city. Well, I came into the city 30 years ago, coming in, knocking on Commissioner Preston's door, saying, hey, I got a plan. I'll let me work my plan at this community center down there. You give me 6 months. If you like what I do, hire me. If not, I'll walk away. I think I had a job for 6 months, but nevertheless, thank you, Commissioner Preston, for allowing me the opportunity to give back in such a big way in my community. So, the second thing we did, the second area we focused on was improving infrastructure. And of course, we've already talked about drainage. Right now, we're working on a lot of the lift stations. You'll see in the next video. We rehabbed and repaired a lot of the lift stations that we have in Arcola. We're expanding our water capacity, our wastewater capacity, because we're having a new, we got a new, Post Oak Point is a new subdivision that's been here. I think it's really come online in the last year. And so it's built out now. It's 430-some homes. And now we're getting another 500 home in Reverie Ranch, the subdivision. So Arcola is growing, and we want to be able to meet the needs, not only of infrastructure, but just the different residents and the diversity of the residents that are coming in. So we're expanding services all throughout the city, and we're building revenue for the future. in order to get ahead of the growth of the city, we try to be proactive and investing in public safety. PD, we put quite a few resources in PD last year. This year, we're also enhancing our maintenance, trying to move toward public works and doing a little bit more in the city. We've improved all of our internal processes, from financial policies to courts and permits, our HR policies. We're even improving processes with our work with with our operators, and also PD is improving their process going for accreditation. Chief will talk about it a little bit. Another area that we really focused on was community building and development. We wanted to create possibilities for positive interaction with community and business partners. I've already spoken about how we really worked on, having events to mend the relationship with the residents via the number of events that we have. But also we want to have positive engagement with city and business entities. Those doing business in the city already, we've had about 8 different businesses that have opened up over the course of the last year. 7 Spice, Taqueria, Brass Cuisine Spices, Elite Dental. We have our first senior living facility in the city of Arcola. We've had a number of churches coming to Arcola. And we really had this one business called Florista Farms. They took this little area where as kids we used to run and play all kinds of sports, kickball and stuff in this little area. And they've taken this area and they've turned it into this beautiful farm and garden. And they grow the flowers. In this summer, they have kids, young folk as the interns. And this summer, the kids grew the flowers and stuff, cultivated the land and stuff, grew flowers and stuff, and then they sold the flowers and they took everything that they earned and they donated it to the flood victims. The West, it was just those young kids who lost their lives in the floods this summer, 4th of July flooding. And so to see that, and to see these kids doing something and utilize something in the community, selling something beautiful and then giving back to others, it was just, that's what you hope for, right? That's what we're all here for, to help one another and to feed into the next generation. And so they're doing that, and that was a phenomenal event to be a part of. We also work with those who, we let businesses know, like we said on the video, if you want to come in and make a positive impact in our city, we're open for business. But if it's gonna have a negative impact on existing residents, we've had some issues with that, but luckily we've had businesses who were willing to work with us and to solve those problems, and we're able to move along, and the projects are ongoing now, and we're having more business coming to the city as a result of that. One thing that I'm big on is being about the business of the people, and I mean that. We are open for business, but we also highly focus on the business of the people. So those who want to do business, if they want to come in and just follow our guidelines, and hey, we all ready for that. We also have a lot of sponsorships with different businesses and partners in the city. So on November 22nd, we're going to be, we've already partnered with, but we're going to be having an event where we will provide for 100 families Thanksgiving meals plus a week's worth of groceries, thanks to a partnership with Families Helping Families, and also as a result of Finwood Development sponsoring those 100 families. So these are the type of partnerships that we're looking for in the city, that we're looking to build with the businesses in our city. Waste Connections, they are focused, they helped us with our heavy trash days. They give us 4 days, I think, out of the year to provide heavy trash pickup for people, because we're focused on beautification and beautifying our city. Compass Land Development, they have advanced funding for the wellness park that we talked about. Our wellness park, we did the groundbreaking this week. This is going to be a park where it's all things health and wellness, from yoga to healthy foods, to healthy cooking demonstrations, to community gardening. to line dancing, anything that we can get some exercise on and, doing, that's what we're gonna be doing over there. They also, help sponsor our youth program and also our youth art exhibit. Want to thank Martin Marietta for assisting in our efforts toward drainage, and Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Calvary Baptist who come up and make sure y'all are fed on occasion, and Chaplain Homer Moore who comes in to encourage and uplift us with something funny, to lighten our load, and prayers to help us carry our load, to feed our souls, I'm sorry. So I just want to say thank you to him also, because like I said, we've been really making these, trying to make these connections in the city. Yeah, I'm gonna try to wrap this up, but I'm a sociologist, so I can read social cues, and I'm let me tell you, we had a lot to happen in Arcola, and I'm trying to get it all in. But let me say this, we had to rebuild our most critical partnership over the last year with Fort Bend County for greater investment in our city. And I'm gonna tell you, Fort Bend County has stepped up in a very big way on behalf of the city of Arcola, from every department possible. And so we're very appreciative, Commissioner Preston, for your office for, let me just say this, I'm gonna read from my notes. Thank you, Commissioner Preston, for making politics seem almost surmountable. Even though I must say, Commissioner's Court is looking a whole lot like Arcola's parking lot. Lord, investing in the lives of our constituents on the far east side of the county and the passion that you exhibit in doing so. The county's assistance has been instrumental in the growth of our city. From accessing Fort Bend County CDBG funds, making possible our water plant, and so to have a lifeline to growth in our city. The city of Arcola is now expanding to get its second water tank as we speak, and so we're looking forward to that. The county has raised manholes throughout the city to assist with drainage. Fort Bend County Drainage District lent the city a huge hand by bringing in equipment that we didn't have in the city and cutting down a whole lot of overgrown brush and removing debris from our ditches and our main drainage. Fort Bend County Road and Bridge, oh my gosh, I can actually drive into our parking lot now. Fort Bend County Road and Bridge did a great job on our parking lot, and now I drive through the main entrance every day, and I love looking at the view. As a matter of fact, I was driving up and I said, well, now that we got the parking lot, we need some landscaping. So I called Fort Bend County Master Gardeners Program, and they came out and they gave us a plan for landscaping and everything, and so it's taking shape too. And so I look forward to doing a little bit more as we continue to build that. Fort Bend County Parks Department, we had a group called the Lost Voices of Fentanyl, who wanted to come out and have a remembrance ceremony for loved ones that they lost and had succumbed to the fentanyl epidemic. So Parks Department, they came out at a moment's notice, and this is, normally they need 2 or 3 weeks, but I kind of begged a little bit and got some help. And they set up a big tent for us and made the event really special for this group, and I was really happy about that. When the city of Arcola's sewer capacity dwindled down to a halt and we were in need of expansion, the county once again stepped up and assisted us in reimbursing us for the purchase of land we needed to expand our wastewater treatment plant, which is currently in the process as well. Fort Bend County Community Services, they help every time we have our heavy trash pickup in our beautification project, so a big shout out to everybody and our big brothers in Fort Bend County who made a significant investment in our constituents on the far east side. So with that said, I'm going to leave it there, and I want to but I do want to share a couple of quick things. I want Chief Carr. Chief Carr received a proclamation from Fort Bend County Judge this summer for her work in being the first Black female chief of police in Fort Bend County. The Chief Carr was also nominated for a U.S. Attorney's Award for her professionalism and superb work on a significant case in the city of Arcola. So Chief Carr, at this time, if you'll come up and speak briefly, because like I said, I've been reading the room, briefly about your major accomplishments.
I want to take a moment to just share with you guys some of the progress that we're doing within our Arcola Police Department. So over the past year, we have been working to strengthen our operations, enhance public safety, and also ensure that our officers have the tools and the support they need to serve our community with excellence. One of our major accomplishments that we did over the past year was we acquired flock safety cameras through the motor vehicle Cadillac converter grant program. We have the cameras in place in different places in the city. They have been great in helping us solve different cases and real-time intelligence. So that was one of the things we've done. I want to highlight a historical moment that we had. You saw Detective Nixon on the video. He is the first detective for the city of Arcola Police Department. We've never had a detective before. So we were able to appoint a detective to help with our investigations and to move our department where it needs to be. Another significant achievement, we are working toward establishing our own dispatch center with partnership with Fort Wayne County Sheriff's Office. We're looking to have a part-time dispatch, which will help enhance our officer safety and have real-time dispatch through the city. And finally, the mayor spoke on this, and this is probably the proudest thing that I have. We have applied, and we are in the process of being accredited with the Texas Police Chiefs Association Accreditation Program. So that is going to demonstrate our commitment to professionalism, accountability, and aligning our policies with those best practices across the state. All these achievements reflect the dedication of our officers, the support of our city leadership, and the trust of our community. We are moving forward with a purpose, transparency, and a commitment to excellence.
Chief Barr didn't realize Chief Barr has so many hats at the city of Arcola. She does everything. Half the time, you know, Chief Barr, she decorates. She's our decorator in the city. She's our sometimes maintenance. I tell Chief Barr, you could be the mayor, you could be, you know, the chief and all this stuff all at the same time. She wears a lot of hats, and I really do appreciate it. Without her, Dr. Fajardo, and whoever, the whole team, but they have really helped lead me through this process. Very much appreciated for that. The next person, real quickly, that I'm going to bring up is our Community Engagement Coordinator, Priscilla T. Graham, who also received a proclamation from Fort Wayne County Judge's Office for her extensive body of work chronicling African American history. She is currently working on the history and book form of the history of Arcola, Texas, and she's done extensive exhibits on African American military history. Let me tell you, when the movie 688 came out, I tripped out and I said, she wrote a book about that already. Camp Logan, when they were talking about all that stuff, she had already written books about these things. And so she does have an extensive collection, but I wanted her to come up and just share briefly some of her moments, because all of this footage you see is from Priscilla sticking a camera up in somebody's face all day long. So Priscilla, you just come up briefly, please.
Okay. I took notes because I'm off my game today because I want to keep it short. Mayor, thank you for that introduction. But I can't take all the credit for all the footage because Mr. Marquise Walker actually did the interviews. So I gave him credit and he did the video. So thank you so much. One thing that Mayor probably don't know and everybody don't know, we probably mapped the city of Arcola about 5 times already. From when I first started till actually before I started work here. And so what I want to talk about today is probably not what the Mayor told me to talk about. I'm going to get off script. So, brief. How lucky am I to be here where it all started? And that's Arcola. For the past 30 years, I've been in this state of training and preparation for this moment in time right now. It all started as a dream scribbled on a piece of paper over 30 years ago. And now we are here. Who could have imagined that I would have the opportunity to serve the citizens and the community of Arcola, where it all started? I knew that when I spoke these words out loud, that my plans with God and not man, that the road wouldn't be easy. And what a ride it has been. There is no place that I can use all the skills and gifts that have been bestowed upon me, but in Arcola. And I want to thank the mayor for allowing me the opportunity to serve the community of Arcola and the people. Yes, you've seen her on a video and a lot of videos. That's because she's there. Those are not scripted. That is about taking care of the people and the people business and making sure that people are okay, no matter what your socioeconomic status is or who you are. And so I commend her from that. From the time I've known her, it's always been about the people, but it's been about the people of the city of Arcola. And so we also had, when she talked about the art exhibit, we had art exhibit in Black History Month, and that art exhibit is phenomenal. It represents the community or a historical point of time. So if you ever have the opportunity, please come to Arcola and view that art exhibit. Our kids, our summer program. That's the foundation of where it all started. Nothing could have told me that within the last 5 years, that no matter how many things that I've accomplished in this world, that those kids would have the phenomenal impact they've had on my life and what I've learned from them. If you input the right ingredients and put the right foundation under them and support them, they will become phenomenal citizens. So I just want to say thank you, Mayor, for the opportunity, and thank y'all for listening.
And at this time, now that I've we put everything out there, and thank you, Priscilla, and that we put everything out there, we have one last real short video, about a 6-minute video, that kind of just encapsulates all of this and puts it all in perspective.
And then, we have a city council that, has bought into the vision that we have going forward. So I'm very appreciative of our city council. And we've increased the amount of employees that we have, and permits, and PD, and municipal courts. And so I'm just saying, the city is growing, we are growing here, and I really do appreciate the customer service that y'all provide to the citizens and to the residents here. And I'm just saying, I'm looking forward to where we're going. I appreciate that, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Williams. The wonderful presentation. Thank you, Larry Calusa. Not Larry Calusa, but Larry.